What if one day you heard these words from your doctor? I'm sorry to inform you, you have a terminal illness. There is no known cure, and based on average statistical data, you have 48 to 60 months remaining life expectancy. What would you do? That's an honest and very serious question. What would you do? Would you begin making plans for that trip that you never seem to have the time or money for? Would you call your family and loved ones and give them the news? Or would you keep it to yourself so as not to cause others any pain just yet? Would you make it a point to attend those backyard barbecues more frequently, or attending those family get-togethers you never seem to have time for? Or would you go into complete denial, simply throw your arms up and say, "This can't be happening to me"? Would you call other doctors for a second, third, fourth opinion? Would you begin writing letters to everyone you could think of, those people whom you may have harmed, and ask for forgiveness? Would you call or write letters to all those you can remember who may have caused you harm in some way and forgive them? Would you see a lawyer to make certain your last will and testament is up to date, or create one if you have not yet done so? Would you buckle down and begin that bucket list, things that you somehow never had time for? What would you do? Michael T. Glaspie, affectionately known as Mike G., started his life being physically and mentally abused by his dad nearly every day of his young life. Most people who are abused when they are young grow up to have a broken spirit and live lives of victimhood. Mike used the pain, anger, sorrow, and fear to propel him into a life of service. And as Zig Ziglar said, you can get everything in life that you want by getting as many people as possible what they want. Mike did that, helped people develop their businesses. He even went into politics to help his neighbors have the government serving them. Mike co-authored legislation getting affordable housing to the less fortunate, receiving the news that he had a terminal illness that would take his life in 4 to 5 years. Those old feelings came rushing back, the devastation of being screamed at, and the sting of the razor strap, all those feelings of his childhood and young adult life. How can he use this energy as he did when he was young? A new business is out of the question. Mike had started a book a few years before telling the story of his youth and how miracles grew out of the abuse. He wrote the book from his heart with the intention that it brings light and inspiration to the people who read it. In the book, I Talk to God, Mike tells how he was inspired by God in his business. He was able to benefit the people with whom he did business. He was loved and respected by the people around him. Glaspie even found himself called to the right place at the right time to help people in need, even saving lives. Mike thought it would be nice to encourage and inspire the readers of I Talk to God, but that, to him, wouldn't be enough. Michael T. Glaspie wants to serve the world. Millions of people have stories where God has inspired them to be of service to the people around them. Mike believes the ultimate service to God is having the people who are inspired by God tell their stories, and people who would read these stories would recognize even the smallest miracles God brings to their lives every day. It's a book series, a lot like Reader's Digest. The name is We Talk to God, amazing true stories of ordinary people. Even after Mike has passed, he'll be helping people tell their stories and sharing the miracles, bringing the glory to God. Click now and go to italktogod.com. That's italkedtogod.com. You'll be able to get your copy of I Talk to God. You can also join the movement telling the stories of miracles God brings to all of us. The audio version of I Talk to God is even better than the print version because it's read by Mike, and he brings it to life. He adds a special poem by Sam Foss that has been his guiding light for over 50 years. At italktogod.com, you'll have the opportunity to get your copy of I Talk to God in any format you like. Again, that's italkedtogod.com.